That's it. That was our time. And if you have any questions, anybody, we can open the floor for that now. I didn't take it. All right. Anybody? Anybody? Don't sweat. Nobody? No question? Okay, I must have-
This has something to do with what you're saying and something to do with the young lady from Baltimore that got shot. Was she proclaiming to be standing, like we say, stand your ground, but she used the wrong terminology and everything, and that's what got her killed.
Yes, ma'am.
But when you read it, but when you read it, it's saying that they did something. She didn't do anything wrong. She just had the wrong terminology for the cop. She was going in and out, say, I'm a citizen,
Yeah.
this. And you gotta stick to one thing. You gotta know what you're saying.
Yes, ma'am. You can't be a
Okay.
sovereign citizen. That's a, what do you call it, oxymoron.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
If I could. Also, new recent information just came out about that, situation that the sister had been to the police station after they actually, the first incident happened when, they actually finally let her go. She went back to the police station and asked, can she have her court date? They never served her court date. She never really had a proper time to stand up on her square
All right.
in the court of law of their jurisdiction, which they're trying to accuse her under. So, them not giving her the actual court date meant that she was gonna be in a warrant status anyway, because she didn't what? She didn't stand up. She didn't say, hold on, the person that you're trying to say I am, I'm not. Another higher reason for us to be able to learn more is because what? They gonna try it. They knew if they didn't give her the proper court date, she would miss it, and now they can come and serve a warrant to where? Her front doorstep.
Mm-hmm.
And cause a situation for her to go crazy. I just wanted to add on to that.
That's it.
You know, that's a perfect example. And from the videos that I even saw too, you know, a lot of the videos she was arguing with the police, you know, and telling them, oh, y'all not gonna do it. Listen, there's no reason to create a hostile situation with the police officers ever when you stand on your square and say, well, excuse me, officer. Even if you come up, because I'm sure it does happen, but I've never just seen a cop come up to the, you know, door and just, I'm just shooting you, blah, blah, blah. It's always, you're gonna spark something and make a hostile situation. The thing is, all we gotta do is simply say, well, excuse me, sir, well, first and foremost, I object to your jurisdiction, and I am a national, and I am not a citizen of your corporate system. And if you need me to prove it, I have my nationality ID right here. So understand, just when you understand the language, you're literally walking yourself through the situation, and I've been through it 2-3 times myself, in front of my homeboys, actually, a few times. And the thing is, they already know nationality. Whether they understand more or not is irrelevant. But when you say you have a nation that backs you and you are a sovereign, it don't matter what group of sovereigns that you use here, as long as they are true Moors and they are sovereign and the true aborigines of these lands, then we can stand up on our square as nationals to say, if you hurt us, then you're going to have to pay all of us as a nation. You see what I'm saying? We need to understand nationality, and that's why Malcolm X, in one of his last speeches before he got killed, that they never talk about on TV, and we do have, I wish I could have brought that on play, but the thing is, he said nationality is going to be the way to free us, because he understood that it wasn't necessarily about a complexion. This was about a genetics. This was about an Aborigine indigenous people. You know, so basically all of these Latinos and different things like that, those brothers are just fixed mulattoes. And let's be serious, they're no different than the French and the French and the black, so-called black who made the Creole brothers down there in Louisiana. We know that they're black. We know that they are Moors, So this isn't even up for discussion. This is the same thing, just happening in a different region. So we got to understand that they have broken up our entire nation. They have given us different names, different this. So therefore, we don't even associate with each other. But anyway, I took that question way left field. I'm sorry. Yeah, anybody else had a question? Go ahead, brother.
I got a question. So as far as getting from underneath your fictitious straw man, how do you go about that?
Really, it's really more about studying and just understanding the law. Now, what we can do for you as the nation, when you come, we're going to give you those paperwork. We're going to give you everything that you need. We're going to give you a nationality ID. We're going to give you all of that. Now, at the end of the day, what's real is it's just gonna be you standing on your square when that police officer comes. Period. There will never be a, hey, I got this here, I'm good, give him this, and he off, off your back. No matter what. The thing is, we got the papers to solidify you, but at the end of the day, it's still 99% about you just standing on your square and knowing the information. And I mean, we'll have different study classes, of course, like this, every week, but the thing is, we even do it throughout the week to, keep our brothers and sisters on the square. So, I mean, of course, if you join, we'll make sure that you have that, but yeah, there's no official way. There's no official, like, yeah, I go and buy this and now I'm free. You know what I'm saying? It's all about knowing the information, because, like I said, at the end of the day, a cop can snatch those papers and IDs. He just wants to know, do you know who you are? Yeah, and, those who lack the knowledge shall perish. It's about to get real. We're in those times. So, any other questions? Anybody? Good. I like that. Yeah, I answered a lot. But did anybody learn anything? Anything? Did anybody? Yeah? Okay, cool. Like my job here today was done. I appreciate y'all. Okay, and we're gonna have a little knowledge piece to wrap us on up here. The beautiful Nikaru. Nikaru. All right.
How everybody doing? I'm gonna be doing a small excerpt, giving y'all a little metaphysics today. Basically just breaking down from a quantum physics and a spiritual standpoint who we are. Okay. Metaphysics. So the four most important subjects are sound, geometry, numerology, and astronomy. Y'all may be wondering why they are important, so I'm gonna break it down for y'all. The first is sound. Sound is very important. Our whole reality is made up of sound. Everything has a certain sound, frequency, and vibration. You are vibrating at a particular frequency right now. You ever listen, you just sitting down in your room and you're not doing anything and you hear a ringing in your ear, that high-pitched sound, that's your personal frequency that you are vibrating at to be here. Did everybody understand that? Oh, cool, okay. Geometry, so sound, vibration, and frequency also makes up geometry. When vibrating faster and faster, depends on the frequency, shape forms. Now I'm gonna get into that later. The Kabbalah is an example. What they call the tree of life, which is pretty much our DNA makeup, our blueprint. I'm gonna break that down even further. But basically, all of these pictures right here are basically how we all connect to nature. Numerology is also an important subject because of Fibonacci. Like I said, in high school, y'all were learning geometry, and y'all may have skimmed over Fibonacci, which is basically 5, which is half a pi. Yes. Oh, well.
Is that the golden ratio?
Yes, that is the golden ratio. Good job. And basically, all of these pictures are Fibonacci. So Fibonacci is this swirl right here. It's called pretty much the ancient swirl. Like he said, the golden ratio. Our fingerprint, nature's blueprint is Fibonacci. It's in everything. This is how we connect to everything in nature. There is no separation from us and a snail shell that's on the street. Another thing with numerology, if you want to learn more about yourself,
You can look up your life path number. There's an expression number, soul urge number, and personality number. These numbers basically break you down based on the time at which you came in to this earth. Astronomy is also important. Anything that goes on today, if anybody gets killed on a massive scale, or dealing with the media, they always do it via astronomy. They always look at the stars first. July, there was a lot of energy that was coming in that was helping us evolve as a people. When you are operating on a fear frequency, that's a low vibration. So you're not even getting all of the cosmic energy that's coming in to give you DNA upgrades. You know something. Okay, so like I was saying about Fibonacci, we're all connected. There is no separation from a galaxy form. That also could be a hurricane. That is all the golden ratio. Basically, it's a repetitive number sequence. It starts from 0 to infinity. So it starts at 0, then you have 1 is next. 0 plus 1 is the next number. And then you have that 1 plus the 1 before it is 2. So then the number sequence is 0, 1, 1, 2. Then you have 3, because that 2 plus the 1. And then you have 5 after the 3. And it just keeps going forever. And that's why the swirl gets bigger as it comes away from the center. So the numbers are doubling after themselves. And that's all you. Your finger is a Fibonacci. From here to here, it's the same thing. It's the same number sequence. Your forearm, it's all the same. You are made up of numerology and geometry, 5. This is another example. I really wanted to get these images out for you so that y'all can see. And the ancients too. I mean, cross circles been around for a long time. And majority of them are sacred geometry. They're basically telling us the same thing. That we are one with nature. They don't teach you this in elementary school. I teach my 7-year-old this. Everything in nature is connected. Even when you're in the womb, the baby is in that same Fibonacci shape. Okay, so what are we? We're energy. Energy is never created nor destroyed. It has no beginning. It has no end. So you are immortal. You can never die. Death is not real. It is an illusion. Energy is never destroyed. You can never be destroyed. Your spirit and your essence can never be destroyed. You will always be and have always been. They know this about us. It's time for us to know this about ourselves. Okay, and source energy. So I'm about to get into this. Source energy, or your soul, is basically the fire within you. You have a soul. You have an astral body. You are more than just a body. You are actually a spirit that has a body. It is not the other way around. We must understand this. And like I said, even now with the energy that's coming in, that's all for us. That's so we can get the upgrades that we need and connect back to source. There's no separation from you and source. I don't want to step on anyone's toes via any religious preference that you have, but I do want to tell you that you are the same as the source, the same essence. There is no separation. So I'm gonna keep saying it throughout this. Here's another picture of the astral body. I don't know if anyone has ever projected before, or if you've ever seen your astral body, or you know that you have one, but you do. It's the spirit within you. Like I said, you have a body. Your soul has a body. It's not the other way around. Okay, so a little example I like to give are the 4 elements. And I like to give these examples just to give you a better iteration of how you connect to source. So we have earth, fire, water, and air, which we are all composed of also. We composed of all of the elements. An example with earth, anybody ever, if you ever pick a piece of earth up off the ground, or say a sample of dirt, and you go put this dirt under a microscope, is that piece of dirt any different from the element in which it came from, the ground? Is it different from the dirt in the ground? No, it's the same, right? Okay, same with fire. There's a fire that's burning, and let's say something happens and that fire then spreads to another part, and there's two separate fires. Are those fires really chemically separated? Are they different, or are they the same? The same. We can go to water. Our earth is composed of 72% water. Okay, you took a glass and you scooped a glass of water out the ocean and put it down. Is that water in that glass different from the source in which it came? No, it is the same. So that goes to say that we are no different from whence we came. We are no different from source. We are all the same. We are quintessence, which is all of the elements put together. Okay, and all of this goes back to, like I said, the microcosm and the macrocosm. So the macro is just on a bigger scale, which we would call the universe. One of my pictures ain't pulled up, but it's cool. So here is just an example of a iris on the eye, and how it's pretty much the same patterns as planets. There was also a picture of irises next to galaxies, and it was really, really similar as to how the iris and the galaxy looks pretty much alike. That's just to tell you that as above, so below. There is no difference. You have an universe within yourself as there is a universe outside. And we can go back to sound. So everything, the universe is composed of sound. So there's like a symphony going on right now. The same is said for your body. Right now, your organs give off a certain frequency and sound, so it makes its own music. Your whole body has its own pretty much symphony going on within itself. There's no difference from the universe. And like I was saying with the DNA right now, we're getting upgrades. If you've been experiencing different things, if you've been getting heat flashes all of a sudden, or you know your body's going through changes, it's just the energy that's coming in. And connect with it, you know, embrace it, connect with it, and try to figure out, you know, pretty much your balance. Okay, this is just an example of it's called cymatics, and it's basically what they did was they poured like some sand on a drum, and they turned they played with the frequency. So the faster the frequency, the more complicated the pattern, which is the higher pitch the sound. And this creates shape. Meaning, like I said, when I said earlier about the frequency ringing in your ear, it's your personal frequency to be 3D. And you have shape due to the sound and frequency at which you are vibrating at. So my point here is that there is no separation from source in us. There is no separation from nature in us. The natural laws of nature we operated in for thousands of years. You know, we kind of got out of whack, you know, recently, but we getting back in tune. Just would encourage everyone, if you want to know more about yourself, like I said, you can look up numerology, you can look up astrology, and look up your natal chart. If y'all want this PowerPoint, I'll be putting an extra slide to it that basically gives you the website where you can find these things out about yourself and get to know you a little bit more better. And I think that's the last slide. That's all I have. If y'all have any questions? No questions?
Why today?
That's all I have.
So our announcements are, first, we have in the back to school drive, so we're collecting school supplies every Saturday here, and we're here
Speak up a little more, sister.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now? So we're having a back to school drive, and we are collecting school supplies. So if you come on Saturdays between 2:30 and 4, that's the normal time. You can put school supplies in this box over here. And then the actual drive, the event is on August 21st, the Sunday before school starts. And we'll be giving out free haircuts and stuff like that for everyone. So if you want to participate, you want to donate, please see one of us over here. And also applications are on the website. It's at www.morelivesmatter.com, and you can turn your application between now and the 13th. And then Ms. Naya will get with you as soon as we get everybody together, and we'll let you know that process. And then every Saturday, 2:30 to 4, we're here teaching knowledge classes.
Okay, so we have a short address from the Lionesses, what we call the women that are a part of the Nation of Liberation. So today I just wanted to give a short piece. When we talk about natural law, men and women have different roles to play. We all know that. But it always isn't in the order or following the natural rules. Most women find it easy to nurture others, but that doesn't always hold true when it comes to our brothers. So my word to the Lionesses, to the sisters in the room, is support your brothers. Show them love on things that they're doing. Uplift them, encourage them. Don't tear them down. Think about what you're saying to them and transform your words. Kephrathize your words is really the Kemetic phrase for that. But change your words. Think about what you're saying to them and help these brothers build. If you have, for any of the sisters in the room, if you have specific questions about how to change your wording, come and ask me or call me, either way. But I encourage you this week, take at least once a day to encourage your brother instead of tear him down.
I come in the word of Islam, peace. How's everybody doing today? Thank you for joining us for another Saturday Law and Knowledge. I'm going to bring you some words from the Holy Order of the Lions.
Many are called, but few are chosen. Many are called, but few are chosen. Many will come, but few will do the work. We're looking for a few good men that's ready to serve, protect, and provide for their brothers and sisters without the bull crap, without the unnecessary, without the games, without the niggerization, without the blackization, that's ready to come here, focus, and do what they need to do, because as men, we do not have time to keep acting like now and laters. You do not have to have permission to be a man.
Come on with it.
And if you thought a man was just getting big and being able to talk shit and do this, you got it wrong. It's about protecting, providing, and defending. We had another sister taken away from us. I don't care if she was on Christianity. Praise Jesus! I don't care. That's one of our sisters.
Yeah.
And they gonna make up whatever story they can to bring your nigga ass down to the ground and not know what's the truth.
Yeah.
That was one of our sisters. And we around here still playing. I'm talking to the brothers in here. Who will go for them? Anybody you hear talking about this sister was crazy, out of her mind. Look, you Yeah, she did not know how to demonstrate. Who was teaching her? Probably some jive-ass brother who taught her about sovereignty that hit her sheets.
Come on, God.
When are we going to stand up for something that's right? We not in here playing. I can fix this little baby podium. We not in here playing. This is the truth. Brothers and sisters are dying every day because we playing.
Come on, God.
What's going to save them? Us.
Yeah.
Each and every individual brother in here. When they see we got it together, they're not going to roll up on our sisters at their apartments no more. Because it's a lion. The brother... The brother who was in that house ran. Ran with one of the babies. Why was he over there? They was probably dating. Every man in here done dated a woman they don't care about. That they just want to hit, eat the food, play around,
Come on.
having some conversation. This nigga ran. I'm so glad them policy enforcers caught him scared behind. I was praising Jesus. I said, thank you. I was thanking his God for getting me. Brothers, we got a serious task out here. We're going to hold a special meeting for all men that's here. Afterwards, real short, because we know you got to get back home. From the Lions, we ain't here to philosophize. We ain't here to testify. We here to protect, defend, serve, provide, and anything else got to do with service. Any brother that you see in these uniforms is here to serve the nation. And when they stop serving the nation, they won't be in it. If you get in it, you stop serving the nation, you won't be in it. If I stop serving the nation, I won't be in it.
I say.
Brothers, go out in the world today and see, are you protecting, providing, and serving?
As you see, our general is not playing. Anybody gonna end it in prayer?
Prayer.
Steve.
Powerful sermon, if you will. Everybody got something out of it today? Y'all glad you came out?
Yeah.
Good. Again, if I can all stand, just out of respect. Great. We call forth powers that be to protect us and guide us as we travel back to our domiciles and respective land and areas of rest and fortitude. We pray that each and every individual here has been moved and riveted by this message and is able to apply the knowledge that they have received in their own lives, not to squander, but to elevate themselves mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, as well as enhance somebody else with the knowledge and information. We pray that we continue to be a community of Aboriginal people, Illinois people, that we look out for each other, and that we are doing our due diligence and service that we are been called for, whether you join the nation or not, to protect your brother to the left and the right of you. So, as I end most of my closing prayers, I'd like for everybody to embrace your brother and sister in the room, tell them thank you, and just, meet somebody that you haven't met before and just show that camaraderie in our culture. So I'll say.
Thank you all for coming out, invite somebody next week.
All right, appreciate it.
And I don't know how much food it is,
Well, I think they